Welcome back. It's Crypto Big Boss. Hey folks, so today I wanted to talk to you about what a potential conflict with the Russians and the disturbances that are going on in the Ukraine could possibly mean to the prices of crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the like, as the United States endeavors to try to ensure that there is stability and peace in the region. And to try to get an understanding about how this would work, what I've got here is a chart that basically shows various conflicts and periods in history where we had problems here in the United States and we had to address them. Everything ranging from the Iranian general killed in an airstrike all the way down to the Pearl Harbor attacks. And I wanted to draw some conclusions based on this data with the idea that my hypothesis is that Bitcoin and the remaining cryptos all are hanging in sync with the S&P 500. As you can see here, every single one of these calamities, the Iranian general killed in the airstrike, Saudi Aramco drone strike, North Korean missile crisis, the bombing in Syria, the Boston Marathon bombing, the London subway bombing, Madrid bombing, all of these things, U.S. terrorist attack, the attack on Ronald Reagan, the attack on President Kennedy. It doesn't make any difference which one it is. And then even something as horrific and terrible as the Pearl Harbor attack, which led to World War. In not one incident when these things occurred was there ever an S&P uptick. In other words, the value of the S&P index, the S&P 500, never goes up when there is conflict in the world. And on average, it goes down by about 1.2%. Let's say the worst case scenario, something that touches off an actual real conflict, God forbid. You can see here with Pearl Harbor that we saw 3.8% downtick in the S&P 500. And we saw that it got really bad, a loss of 20% in the value of all of those companies on average. And that was at the bottom. Okay, so the worst case was a 20% decrease in value for those stocks in the S&P 500. So what am I saying? Is there going to be a 20% decrease in Bitcoin and crypto? In my opinion, there may be more because in the crypto markets, we see exaggerated swings in prices, an exaggerated movement when people enter into the market and get out. So it could be as much as 30 or 40%. Okay, but let's go ahead and look at the silver lining in the cloud. So if we look here and we see the days, look at this. This is interesting. It says that the worst case scenario of the Pearl Harbor attacks, it took basically 143 days for the S&P 500 to get to its actual bottom, okay, of where it was going down. So you put that's about what, a year and a half, or not even that, excuse me, 6 months, okay, 6 months, and then it took almost a year to recover. So in other words, what I'm trying to show you here is worst case scenario, okay, 6 months of the value of the S&P 500 going down as well as the crypto markets is the absolute worst that can happen. And on average, it only takes about 22 days. So let's just say that we're not going to be going into a world war, that we come to some kind of armistice, some kind of agreement, some kind of compromise, and this doesn't erupt into all-out conflict. Somewhere between 22 to 60 days, we can expect the S&P 500 to hit its lowest point, and then somewhere between maybe 47 and maybe I want to say 80, 90 days, it will be back up. In English, 3 months. 3 months. Okay? We got a month, this build up at the border, the Ukraine, with all of these soldiers from Russia, and the buildup of tanks and armored vehicles. Hey, if we can reach some kind of compromise, this will all be over inside of a month or two. And then hopefully we'll be on our road to recovery within maybe 3.5 to maybe I want to say 3 months. Okay, 90 days. Let's call it 90 days. So what does this mean for us investing? If in fact this is the case, I expect Bitcoin and the crypto markets to see their low sometime about a month and 10 days from now. Let's call it let's call it the end of March. Let's call it going into May 1st. We should be right there at the low point. And then a month and a half late, you're talking, that's what, you're talking about a month and a half later, you should start seeing us getting back to where we are right now. Okay. All that being said, we are entering a buy zone. I don't want to, say that, looking at that war is good. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if we were to look historically at conflict, what it does to the price of the S&P 500, and my hypothesis is if the crypto markets are indeed aligned with what's going on in the S&P 500s because of the trading that's going on with the institutional investors, okay, that's why they're inextricably tied together now. We can expect that the crypto prices are going to go down for another month, and then they're going to rise. Okay, how much? Folks, I can see that this is setting the groundwork for the largest explosion in the price of crypto since 2021 when it went berserk. Just imagine the scenario. The crypto markets go down, and then all of a sudden the conflict is resolved. The tax season is over, and then people aren't upset about whatever Mr. Biden's administration is doing with regards to learning more about the crypto. They find out that they're not going to lose any money investing in crypto. This sets the stage for an eruption in the price of Bitcoin and crypto in the fall of 2022. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I hope you guys are enjoying the end of the winter as we go into spring. Pray for peace, and I'll catch you on the next one.